Okay, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. While you're here, smash those likes, hit that follow button. It's a free and great way to support the channel. But we got some crypto news, and guess who's in the spotlight this time? It is Gemini. Gemini has been posting some cryptic tweets about XRP, and as of 19 hours ago, they said, don't forget about XRP, excited about XRP, arriving shortly, and they made a riddle saying, can you solve this riddle? In the land of the giants, I'm swift and small. When I run, I don't stall. Across borders, I freely roam. In markets near and far from home. What am I? The answer will be posted in 24 hours. Well, we know the answer to that. The answer is XRP, but the question is, what are you doing when it comes to XRP? Now, Gemini made this same cryptic tweet about XRP. What was it, back in August of last year, before they relisted XRP? Once the judge said that XRP is not a security in itself, they relisted it. And this is coming from a crypto exchange that would deny listing XRP, and now they are using XRP's name for the adoption towards other services, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing and I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I've noticed now the narrative has switched from everybody saying XRP is a scam coin to everybody now trying to adopt XRP. Now, the question still holds. What are they trying to do? One tweet, and I can't find the tweet. We know the answer is XRP, but one tweet was says something about having anything to do with staking or anything like that, and I don't think it has something to do with staking, because if you check the XRPL, staking and the automatic market maker has not been approved. It's at a consensus of 51.43%. You have to do is check the ledger. 28 out of 35 validators have voted, and 17 so far had said yes. 16 so far had said no. So we still don't know if XLS-30D is going to be implemented, but if it does, it can be literally implemented within a matter of weeks. And just to show you right here, the AMM said still shows open for voting. So there's no staking yet when it comes to XRP, just yet. So I hate that that's not being approved yet, but no, that actually can't be the news. But what could be the news is this path towards digitization and tokenization, right? If a Bitcoin spot ETF has already been done and over is said and done with, we're going to talk about that in a minute too. But what would be the next step for a digital asset that is no longer considered a security, but that can have fast transactions literally within 2 to 3 seconds, that very rarely has been down, that's been around in the digital ecosystem for more than 10 years? What is the next path towards that? I'm going to let BlackRock CEO explain that. Listen.
And we believe it's so important to be anticipating the next move. I would also say on the beginnings of a ETF Bitcoin, we believe ETFs are a technology no different than Bitcoin was a technology for asset storage. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification. We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities about bonds and stocks and digital by having a tokenization. But the most importantly thing, we can customize strategies through tokenization that fits every individual. We would have instantaneous settlement. Think about all the costs of settling bonds and stocks. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate because it's just a line item. And so we believe this is a technological transformation for financial assets. I believe if you want to talk about voting and voting choice and all the things, if we know every moment who is the owner of that stock, and it's now time to vote, every individual who has ownership is identified and they can vote their own share.
Every individual could vote their own share. They're moving towards a path of tokenization, which means ETFs could potentially be on the XRPL. Other assets could be potentially on the XRPL. There's a lot of things that could be potentially on the XRPL. There is another rumor that's spring around that's saying that there could be a potential XRP ETF. And then I'm just like, could that really be the case? Because like I've been saying all along, now that a Bitcoin spot ETF has been created, all they have to do is take out the Bitcoin name and replace it with a digital asset, another digital asset name, whether it be Ethereum, whether it be Litecoin, whether it be XRP. But then they have to put who will custody, who will promote the custodial requirements and the custodial environment for a specific digital asset. Let's watch, because there's more rumors. Listen to these rumors.
I think we're going to see a lot of filings come out for Ethereum. I even think we might see something for Ripple, given the recent progress. You notice that Grayscale just added Ripple to one of their trusts as publicly traded. So it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Ripple or Ethereum spot ETFs out there.
So me and the wife have been watching these TV shows. One was called Snake in the Grass and one was called Traders. I'm not calling anybody a snake in the grass. I'm not calling anybody traders, but the body language that you see when you're watching Snake in the Grass and when you're watching Traders, you can see who's saying what and who's lying. It's one of those things where when you analyze those people's body language, you can see that they're trying to tell you something without actually trying to tell you something. He said Ripple multiple times. He didn't say Ethereum, he said Ripple more than he said Ethereum, which means there's something going on behind the scenes. Check this out. This is BlackRock CEO. He was asked if there's going to be a XRP ETF. Let's listen to this.
Will you do another ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I know you got the ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that? I can't. And you don't want me to. I do. Well, I can't. All right, they're giving me the rap. Thank you.
Well, BlackRock CEO was asked if there was going to be an XRP ETF. It was like he couldn't say anything. He was speechless. Now, later on that day, it was explained that he didn't know what XRP was. I beg to differ. This is a man that just literally did a video saying that they're moving towards path of digitization and tokenization. He literally explained the XRPL in a matter of minutes. He literally explained fast, quick, cheap, and reliable in literally minutes. He said that he wanted to move towards a path of digitization, tokenization, and the Sologenic team is starting that process where they're trying to move it every ETF, everything on the XRPL, including assets. So what does that tell you? Could that mean an XRP ETF is on the way? It sounds like it could be. Well, I'm just like, well, how does that tie into Gemini? I'm going to show you how that ties into Gemini. Gemini secures a French crypto Gemini secures a French crypto registration, continuing global expansion. Well, with a French DASP registration, Gemini products will be available to retail institution users across France and in the coming weeks as we complete final preparations to open up access to the Gemini platform in France. Once available in France, customers located there will be able to seamlessly trade over 70 cryptos on the Gemini website and mobile app and have access to our high performance active trader platform. Institutional customers will also be able to access Gemini EOTC, our electronic over-the-counter trading solution, which offers fully automated crypto trading with deep liquidity and delayed settlement. Then it goes off by saying the European Union is a leader in global crypto regulation. The European Union stands out both for the influence in traditional global markets and the quality and thoughtfulness of its approach of crypto regulations, now positioning itself as a leading global jurisdiction for the promoting innovation within a robust regulatory structure. Well, my thoughts and my bells start to ring, because then it begins to say right here, this harmonization also facilitates easier access to cross-border services, ensuring EU customers benefit from a diverse and competitive market. What company talks about cross-border services? What company always talks about cross-border services? It's not XLM. We already know what XLM is set to do. But what other blockchain company is set to do that? Well, I can tell you, it's one of the only blockchain companies that's certified in ISO 20022, which is a standard payment messaging service. And that is Ripple. As of 2023, the latest partnership and trends in cross-border payments has become Ripple. And I'm going to tell you this. Ripple's strategic expansion into the EU market is particularly noteworthy. And it goes off by saying, in France, Ripple teamed up with Lemonway, a Paris-based payment provider for online marketplace, demonstrating its commitment to enhancing digital payment solutions. Similarly, in Sweden, Ripple has collaborated with Xbot, a prominent money transfer provider, further solidifying its presence in Europe. So these two are in France. And if these two are in France, Ripple has teamed up with France. Gemini has teamed up with France to access cross-border services. What does that mean? What does that really mean? How Ripple's EU VAS status reshapes its crypto market. Check this out. Ripple breaks ground in European crypto market. We know that. But this is what I want you to look at right here. Why this matters. Ripple's successful registration as VASP in Ireland signifies a crucial step in its European expansion, setting the stage for wider accessible of its digital asset services across the EEA. This move marks Ripple's strategic foothold in Europe and underscores our increasing valuable and acceptance of cryptocurrencies within established regulatory frameworks. It's important because we very well may be seeing an XRP ETF. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be the case, but all signs point to it. That solidifies what Ripple has been saying all along. Folks, that very well could be an XRP ETF coming soon. And if it does, back to what Gemini said, excited about XRP. All right, y'all, that'll do it for me. Please make sure you hit the like and the follow button. Looks like the market is trying to get better, but we'll see what happens. I especially keep an eye out on what Gemini is talking about. Appreciate you all. I will see you and everybody else on the next one. Peace.